Real life, real stories. Let's see what's trending in Indianapolis. This is Paul Poteet on The Edge.
Oh, no, wait a minute. What'd you do? Yeah, she ran off. She knew you were coming, and she ran off.
Yeah, we are losing a lot of Brittany lately to sickness and in sickness and in health. We are losing her.
She's just bloody well avoiding you now. I wouldn't take inference from that at all.
A lot of times she ran out to get us something during this segment of The Edge this week. So
exactly, a couple Starbucks and yeah.
I can't wait to hear what she's going to bring back here any moment or at the end of this segment.
Maybe we can run a pool of okay, what will Brittany bring back after the segment?
Must be something really good if you had to go out for it. That's all I got to say.
Bacon.
Well, I certainly hope as we begin this segment of Paul Poteet on The Edge, I certainly hope that she did not go out to stick her head in cement. Did she do that? Do you know if she did that or not?
Funny thing, no, I actually don't think she mentioned that. However, it's never beyond reproach. So what in the world are you talking about here?
I know this will surprise you, but this is guys that were involved in sticking their head in cement.
Yep, exactly.
And it's in England, and it was a post from the fire department there in West Midlands who said that 5 of our firefighters and a fire engine were tied up for an hour after they had to go rescue some would-be YouTube video makers.
Oh my gosh.
They had this guy, they were pouring like cement or something like cement around his head. And then I guess they were the idea was to use the microwave oven. We've got to use this microwave oven, custom kitchen delivery.
For the millennials out there, that's a Dire Straits reference.
It's an awesome song called Money for Nothing. But this guy, his head is somewhere, as far as I'm concerned, but his head is also stuck in a microwave oven. He and a group of friends had mixed 7 bags of something called polyphila or phila or something.
Gosh.
They poured it around his head, which was protected by a plastic bag inside the microwave. He needs to be protected from his friends.
You've got to be kidding me.
And so there you see the firefighters and a guy literally with a microwave oven sitting on his shoulders.
God.
It wasn't, I love the quote here. The oven was being used as a mold and wasn't plugged in. Oh, okay. Well, now it's safe. It wasn't plugged in. The mixture quickly set hard. And by the time we were called, they'd already been trying to free him for an hour and a half. The guy could have died.
Absolutely.
They had managed to feed an air tube into the 22-year-old's mouth to help him breathe. And then they removed a large chunk of the polyphila with a screwdriver, allowing him to breathe more easily. But they had to be extremely careful with the screwdriver because they were right there. It's his head. It's his head.
So they didn't check any of the curing. Well, I'm not even going to get into the weeds on the curing time of this. The sheer fact that he used a microwave for a mold and then put a quick cure concrete. I mean, literally, this is. We need to send him a Darwin Award. I mean,
well, you're talking about curing time. Aaron, there ain't no cure for this. Where's my bell?
Oh my gosh!
There's not enough curing time in the world for this.
No, there's not.
Talk about literally a blockhead. This is your man, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess he's okay, but that was an hour out of the firefighters' lives.
They'll never get. I can only imagine that they're just laughing they're something off. My gosh.
So he's going to be okay, and you'll be happy. Before I even talk about this next one, too, I guess I should say this good boy is going to be okay. This doggy who managed to eat 21 pacifiers.
Wow.
And I know what you're thinking, Paul. Are you going to show us the pacifiers? Scroll down.
Oh, wait.
Well, okay, there's the x-ray.
Oh, my Lord.
And see, I can see very much from that, but here's the after party, right?
Oh, my Lord.
21. Count them. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 20. Although, oh, that one on the last full row on the left, that looks like maybe that's half.
Oh, my gosh. Look at this. It's like
They really like the green pacifiers, don't they?
Absolutely. And I mean, I love them all lined up in a row here.
The
Oh
local
my
couple
gosh.
recently had a baby. And sidebar here, this is a question Mrs. Poteet had. Why do you have 21 pacifiers?
I mean, you got to be prepared, right?
I mean, that baby must be crying a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of teething. That's a pacifier for every potential tooth that's coming in.
I think the pooch was making a political statement, and I mean, everywhere you look, it was a pacifier, and it was doing its community duty to get rid of them.
You never want to have a medical professional say this was the most fascinating and exciting surgery I have ever done. I never want to hear that, as I'm counting backward from 100.
Oh, geez.
But that's what the vet said. The local couple, this is in Oklahoma, recently had a baby. Duh. And we're wondering what was happening to all the child's pacifier. You should have known right then if you've got a wacky dog in the house. And then one day the child's grandmother saw the dog jump up on the counter and take off with one. The dog had slowed down her eating and had been vomiting a little for the last few days. Otherwise, the dog seemed fine. And then all of a sudden, it vomited up one of the pieces of evidence. And so they took it to the vet. So doggy's going to be okay. But my Lord,
Oh my gosh,
21.
it's like a Pez dispenser. I mean, they keep popping out.
The world's worst pest dispenser.
Oh, I don't understand. I don't understand the count. How many of these things? I mean, literally, were they on every countertop in the house?
I'm trying to think of how many. I think when we babysit here, I think Mom, my daughter-in-law Megan, usually has. Maybe there's two that he has. I don't know, but
so there's backup after backup. But wouldn't you have actually noticed them missing at about 5?
Right.
No, evidently not, because you've got 21. They probably got many more than that.
Maybe they have 21 twin tuplets or whatever you would call 21 babies at once, and they're just really swamped, and that's why they have so many pacifiers, and that's why they didn't notice that they're all
all I can think of is like Pac-Man just going through the house. I mean, I don't know.
And it connects directly to the dog's stomach. Oh my gosh, the way they're all laid out there, that probably will stay with you. So I apologize for that image.
Oh, it's okay.
But doggy's all better now. Now, speaking of moms and babies, this mom with a recent newborn in Oklahoma, this is in Oregon. We'll go farther west for this story. This mom had recently had an Amazon package stolen that she'd left out, or that she was getting from somebody, I guess, on her porch. And then, what's that term they have? I guess like porch pirates. That's the thing. Yeah. She decided that she had a plan for retribution. And she's got a 4-month-old kid named Ben. Okay. And so she decided to tape up a box filled with 10 to 15 of Ben's diapers.
The precious moments.
After they had been used. Yep. Along with a note reading, as you see there, "Enjoy this, you thief." Wow. By Monday evening, she said, a couple of days later, the box was gone. How dirty were the diapers? The story, the reporter asked. Well, quote, "He's been sick the last week."
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just leave it at that, she said. It's pretty gross.
That is a very innovative and inspiring mom right there. And
the police spokesman, this was in Hillsboro, Oregon, says, that's not the way that they would recommend, but still, it worked, and it probably felt really good too. So, wow. If you've got porch pirates, make them walk the stank plank. That's what I say.
Can you imagine the expression on their face whenever they pop that open?
Open that up, and especially, around here, maybe it's cold enough that the smell would be negated. But if it's mild, and if it's just sitting
cooking in the back seat of their car, the smile is off of that Amazon package. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, exactly. Those thieves would be vomiting like they just swallowed 21 pacifiers.
Oh, there's the linkage. There it is.
Thank you. Check, please.
Wow, those are some edgy stories, Paul. Thank you so much. And nope, my gorge is not rising at all.
We'll see you on paulpoteet.com, and that's what we have for you this week on The Edge.
All right. So with that, hey, give us an idea of what we have in store for us next week, weather-wise.
How was your hunting in the quiet of the light snow last Saturday?
Yeah, I didn't get out there, unfortunately. I wanted to now.
Well, I've got a couple of other, maybe if you, fat chance you can get away from the office on Wednesday afternoon, but.
Nope, ain't going to happen.
As soon as we're done with this, there is some light snow blowing around, especially north and northeast of Indianapolis through this afternoon and this evening. And then we'll probably get a break on Thursday, and we have a slight chance for seeing a little more lighter snow on Friday. That's a little lower confidence forecast on Friday. Here's some exciting news. I know this may not be good for hunting, but on Saturday, it's good for Paul to get out there and do some running. I have gotten behind. December's an easy month to get behind. But Saturday, mid-40s, dry. We may have some rain showers. Sunday in the afternoon, they could mix in with some snow showers. There seems to be a trend where we might be a little milder the week leading up to Christmas. So I don't know about the white Christmas, but I do know that this afternoon, this evening, we definitely are seeing at least some accumulation, especially north and northeast of Indianapolis. Check with paulpoteet.com for all the latest radar and the totals and such. So careful going out this afternoon, and then maybe again on Friday, and then maybe a little bit of a warm-up finally.
Oh, excellent, excellent. But I got to ask, can you see from this vantage point whether or not we're going to have a white Christmas? I know you've been asked.
Yeah, it's like it's white Christmas and race day forecast. Usually those are the big ones.
Right.
I don't know. It looks like we get a little warm up just in time. It does look like we may take another big dive like right after Christmas as far as temperatures, but it may be a little on the mild side just before Christmas. Not as mild as it was like 2 years ago. Remember?
Yeah.
2015. We had
it was like 60 degrees or something like that.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
That ain't gonna happen, but we may be just mild enough and quiet enough that even after getting a couple of rounds of snow this month, we may not get the one, the picture postcard one that everyone wants.
Yep.
That's life.
You can always Photoshop it.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't like the weather, just leave me a package.
No. No snowballs in a crate in the front of it.
But leave it at one of the stations I used to work at. Care of Paul Poteet.
Wow.
It's terrible.
It honestly is. You've just activated all of your minions. You realize that?
It's just a joke, people. Don't do that. Stay away from Meridian Street, please. Thank you.
Ooh. All right. With that, we don't endorse any bombing of.
I know. I see a lump of coal just about ready to drop down from the studio wall here. So that's just a joke, people.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't endorse any type of random diapering of media affiliates around the city.
Yeah, don't.
Shenanigans.
Yeah,
Yes.
there will be no shenanigans. No media shenanigans. Okay.
Our producer dropped the best word in the world. Shenanigans. No shenanigans. Alrighty.
I remember that restaurant. Remember there used to be a chain. Shenanigans, wasn't it? Oh no, that was Bennigan's. Never mind.
All right, got to cut this one off. Hey, Paul, thank you so much for the weird and edgy news, and especially a really nice forecast coming up. And we will see you next Wednesday.
One more time before Christmas.
Yes,
see
sir.
you then.
All right, take care, sir. Bye-bye.